Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And
let's play a game together. Yes.
Alrighty.
So, young man, you're with a healthy mind. Always focus on the positive.
Do it.
Getting them titties.
Aye. And/or in this case, focus on the positive. So when you take your test, try to come out positive. Oh,
wait. Well, depending on your test, you want a positive.
Positive. I don't even know.
Wait, which one? Hang on. Hang on to the wonderful memories that you've collected here in the hospital.
Okay, now you sound a little bit more like you're a little delusional. Don't think about the rest of the memories of your entire life. Just here in the hospital. I'm going, dear, I gotcha. Support.
It's okay. Think about Rena. Think about the nurses.
Even the game?
Wink, wonk.
Okay.
Tinky tonk. Honey bunny, do you see what I am talking about? Look at the tatas.
Even this game is afraid you'll forget what this game is about. The cook reminds you. You need to think about the people around you in the hospital. She reminds you. You need to think about the people around you specifically labeled in the hospital. Don't think about the rest of your life. Oh God, it is falling into that horror trope of just focus on the hospital, dear. Just everything in the hospital, dear. Your life is the hospital, dear.
My friend has really fucking cold ass hands. So it snowed
and it was a bad
yesterday
idea.
into, I think, like sometime early this morning. And we have like an inch of snow and it's already almost pretty much gone.
It's mostly melted off, but it is a lot chillier in the house. But I was like, if you think about this as it is, where everyone's just going, no, only think about your time in the hospital, dear. Focus on your time in the hospital, dear. Focus on who you've met and who you know in the hospital, dear. Going, what was our life before this hospital? The hospital will never release you. The hospital is an entity that makes everyone want to stay forever.
Hospital. Think about all the people you've definitely met in Rosewood.
Only in Rosewood.
Yes.
And also I'm going, or are you giving yourself a pep talk, Granny Baba, going, I'm okay because of these things. I'll just tell myself.
Be fine. Only then will you realize that you are truly in a hospital, alive. In a hospital.
If you think just about the hospital and the people here, then you'll realize you're alive. But if you think about the rest of reality, you will not. My eyes fill with tears as Granny Baba spoke those words. Filled with tears? Spoke as she speaks?
You've changed tenses midway.
They fill with tears as she spoke in the past. They fill now. I don't know, it's fine. Words that I will always remember. Think only about the hospital. Nothing but the hospital and the people in it, like the girls that I've met, specifically them. Granny, are you a girl? I will do that, Granny Baba. I will think about nothing but the hospital and the girls in it. I will always smile whenever I think about Rena or Louisa or Mickey.
In a very generic way.
And I will never think about anything else. I will make the most out of my remaining days here in Rosewood and not think about the rest of the world at all.
That's what I'd like to hear from you. A little positivity never hurts anyone.
Oh dear, this is a life-changing moment for me. Hearing that I should only think about the hospital and not the rest of my life at all. Now I know how to handle the stress of being in this hospital is by thinking my entire life is in the hospital. And every person that's important is in the hospital. The whole world is the hospital. Thanks to Granny, I am now a stronger person. Wow. Okay. Instant personal growth. Ping! You're unstoppable, Granny Baba. Do you know that?
Oh, me. This whole thing?
Gestures to her entire self.
Do you like this old thing, young man? I'm a brick wall.
She's a brick house. She's mighty. Just letting it all hang out. She's a brick house.
Sorry. Not even Alzheimer's can stop me from enjoying what's left of my life.
Which is a good message. It's just framed oddly.
Really?
Oh God, there's another nurse and she looks like Little Red Riding Hood?
I actually was just having that experience myself, going, tiny little short skirt and Red Riding Hood. Yes, fine.
And a hood, a nurse that I've never seen before approaches us.
Never seen another nurse, period.
Still wears the same tiny short skirt, though. They do all dress like Hot Topic, but she's Hot Topic Red Riding Hood nurse. There you are, Granny Baba. I see you've made a friend.
Let me patronize you completely.
She says condescendingly to me, but I just think about how hot she is. The nurse eyes me like I'm not supposed to be here in the
Her
specific...
eyes inflate. Like, have you ever gotten that expression, actually, where somebody's like, you're not supposed to be here, so they, like, widen their eyes at you?
Yeah, that judgy, I will just widen my eyes at you like,
Why they try not to say anything, they're just like, hi, how are you doing here?
God, I saw a TikTok, how to yell at your kids without speaking.
Oh,
God.
God.
Kind of, yeah.
That's great.
Which I mean, it was funny, but I don't like people having to yell at their kids. Especially like how to do it secretly in public.
It's horrible, because you know, that probably means they yell at them at home.
That's all you need to do, is yell at them in public without having to actually yell. Even better, I
Great.
guess. Like I'm not supposed to be here. In the waiting, like in the social room, only for seniors in the Alzheimer ward.
Yeah.
But she ignores my presence anyway. Of course, visitors can probably come here. That's probably why it's a social room. Oh.
Why, yes. He's such a nice boy. Wouldn't you say so?
This nurse is tall.
This nurse is like, I am not into children.
Actually, he looks like it.
Very generic bullshit.
Anyway, I'm afraid it's time for your daily walk, because you didn't walk to get here. Shall we go?
Thank you, Linda. I'll bid farewell to this young man first.
Linda, you're beautiful.
No, honey, no.
Honey, no. I shall wait for you outside this public room that is filled with people where they're all playing chess and solitaire and cards and watching TV. But I'll give you privacy by not having a nurse be present.
Yes.
The nurse leaves. Did we forget what room we're in? Aww. You're leaving now?
Oh, I thought he was complaining about the nurse.
I know!
I've been so destroyed by this game.
He's complained about the nurses so many times leaving. Granny Baba nods her head. She's gonna leave me with the other seniors.
Socially, you don't need... Okay, I understand. This just makes you sound like you don't really regularly speak English. Because when you say Granny Baba nods her head, is either like potentially going... You might be saying actually like it's a deliberate action of I nod my head. Like she's thinking really hard about it.
Instead of Granny Baba nods.
Or Granny Baba nods. Most people that I have ever encountered tend to assume that the Granny Baba nods. We are talking about Granny Baba nods her head.
I don't know what else you can nod. Actually,
you can nod your body.
No, I don't think that's called nodding.
I don't know. Like I'm just like that. Like that just sounds weird. Daily exercise is important, young man. You should do it too.
Remember
It's probably why your fucking leg doesn't work. That's why your physical therapist has been losing their goddamn mind.
Just insane. Every time you come in, you haven't done the weekly exercises and you've hurt yourself again.
And then you complain about not healing or getting any better
Therapist.
for you.
Oh my God, I cannot believe it. Here you are again with more pain, more muscle strain, and some wasting nonetheless because of not using your leg, and you're stiffer and have less range of mobility than before. Ah!
Yeah, pretty much. Now, if you excuse me, I better get going. My nurse is expecting me.
Your personal nurse. Yeah. Oh. Exercise, right.
Yes, good exercise.
Okay.
I do hope to see you again.
Have fun. Same here. I'm sure this won't be the last time we'll see each other. 2 weeks later, Granny Baba died. Oh, that just sounds like one of those
It really
in anime.
does.
I know we'll see each other again, old strange person. Then they died.
How
Granny Baba
convenient.
stands up from her couch and waves goodbye. With baby steps. Oh, I thought they were pants. She exits
I
the
did not
Alzheimer's
know. I thought
ward.
it was a dress. Or like, you know.
With the belted experience, you thought it was a dress that Granny Baba's always been wearing?
Yeah, like one of those. So remember how
we
the
talked
thing?
about it look kind of like a work uniform?
She's wearing the khaki skirt thing that Bella Swan is wearing.
Right,
They
sorry.
talk her about being the embodiment of hotness.
You're saying this is what happens to Bella if she doesn't marry Edward?
Yes.
I see. All right. She
becomes obsessed with nurses.
And khaki skirts forever.
Khaki
If it didn't work on the first day, it'll work on the 1000th day.
It makes me cry because like somebody actually like finally pointing that out. I was kind of like, oh my God, that is like the epitome of like Mormon
clothing.
Like, oh God, like at least when I was growing up, like and I remember people talking about like shit in the 90s, and you looked at all the promotional material. A lot of it was like 80s and 90s. Like here's your khaki long skirt.
With baby steps.
Fuck me up.
She exits the Alzheimer's ward.
Goodbye, Granny Baba. Never
She's
see you again.
A remarkable lady. No doubt about that.
And that's why I say things to remark upon.
Uh-huh. Now I'd better get going too. Can I get out of this social room? My nurses are probably looking for me. Both of my nurses.
Yeah.
I leave the Alzheimer's ward. They don't usually keep track of you, dude. You've spent whole days without them worrying about you at all.
Okay.
Just so you know. Sure enough, Louisa is right outside the Alzheimer's ward, waiting for me at the door to the Alzheimer's ward. For reasons.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Did you check the morgue? Because Miki found me in the morgue once, which is in front of the Alzheimer's ward.
Oh, honey, I don't believe in morgues.
Oh. Oh, were you? I'm sorry, I was,
You were what? You really gonna go, I'm gonna hide this too?
Why the hell would you even think
wrong?
about hiding that?
God, this is so much toxic masculinity, like...
Should I lie about every single thing ever?
In my life?
In my whole relationship with these people? That might be best.
That I'm trying to seduce?
Apparently.
Mind telling me how your day went?
Is my day over? Should I tell her? Should I admit that I went to the Alzheimer's
Admitting
ward?
is going, I did a bad.
And talk to Granny Baba? You're not even not allowed in there. Like, it wasn't locked. It's not like visiting Rena. That would be giving up something. Should I tell her that I saw Rena in her bed today and that Miki let me in and broke the rules? Like, that would be the should I admit something.
Yeah,
Because you also did that today, bro.
If you forgot, which it sounds like you have.
There's just so much amnesia going around the Alzheimer's ward. Maybe I caught some.
I'm waiting, mister. Unless you don't want to reveal where you went.
I mean, you were standing at the door to the Alzheimer's ward, so I was in the Alzheimer's ward? Is there somewhere else to go in there that I don't know about?
No comprende.
Be honest. Be an honest person and tell the truth. Lie like the liar that you are. What is this game trying to do? Like, really? Going, you can build a profile as an incredible liar, or you can be completely honest and truthful, and you get to date either way.
Well, and I'm also
don't-
just like, you're not even really dating. This is just sort of trying to build up to having the relationship and sort of secreting around and trying to get a relationship. And also going like, lie like the liar that you are is like, is this supposed to be funny? I guess it's supposed to be funny. Because in the context of a game, you're right. Yeah, you basically will get no punishments if the game designer didn't have any punishments in there to give you. Like,
so I think that our character is just has started being honest. We've started the honest route. And if this is how he's framing it in his mind, lie like the liar you are, or be an honest person and tell the truth, we've been trying to slowly develop his character based on the options of lying, which means he himself has been trying to be more characterful. Having a better character, if you will.
Having an arc.
We're going to say, be an honest person and tell the truth. Okay. Okay. I accidentally... That's still a lie.
That's still a lie.
I put it in quotes. I'll tell the truth and lie still. Went to the Alzheimer's ward and had a nice conversation with Granny Baba. Even telling the truth lies? The game is saying you are a fucking liar. That's who your character is.
And also that this is funny. Or, again, I'm going like, this just reads really strongly of basically,
or is it supposed to be, I accidentally went to the Alzheimer's ward and had a nice conversation with Granny Baba. And this is supposed to be an inside joke funny for both of us.
Maybe. You were there? I'm impressed that the guards didn't Whoa.
The
guards didn't catch you.
There weren't any guards at all. What guards are you talking about?
The absolute dinner fucking plate are you talking about?
Yeah, we've talked about that the whole time of going, usually people in, that are in a separate locked ward or have dangerous wandering, they're a wandering risk, are in a locked area. But this one doesn't have it. We don't have locks, we just have guards. I guess you went by on their lunch break. What? I'm as impressed as you are. There were no guards at all.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Security is getting lax these days. They might eventually get out and eat all of us.
Is that the... what?
Keep going, honey. Anyway, that's not an issue for me, so don't worry about this.
I'll judge it, but not my job. Not my area of influence.
Oh my god, this is so much just like regular workforce where people are like, well, it's a part of the building and the entirety overarching job that I'm involved in, but it's not my specific area. So you know what? Fuck it. Because if I try to get involved, everyone will just get mad at me, which is actually not always wrong, because I've encountered that before. And my god, you guys, y'all keep going, let's improve our workspaces and make people more involved and feel like they have more people who care about them and like that they can contribute to their job.
But if you come in from a separate area and go, hey, I saw this thing that you've said would be a problem, they go, why are you why are you talking about this? That's not your area.
Yeah, I've had shit like that, and I think
I've had that even as a manager, where it's
Yeah.
like, hey, this other thing over here that you've said we should all watch out for. Yeah, but that's not in your area. Yeah, but you said
So?
everyone should watch out for it. But it's not in your area. Why the hell are you talking about it?
Yeah, it's a
I'm like,
real goddamn problem.
Do we want to improve the quality, comfort, and unity, and unification of the entire job, or are we really just stick to your area, and if you see a thing there, and also going, tell us about this, but don't tattle. And I'm like, you need to create the culture that allows people to talk without it being tattling, and have it actually be something everyone cares about.
And people aren't normally allowed in there, but the nurses are a bit lenient when it comes to that. So what does the nurses have to do with the security?
Are the nurses also security guards? Do they have to do 2 jobs and get paid for one?
So, how was Granny Baba, bless her kind spirit?
The only person over there that has a name. She's amazing. As always, based on the 2 times I've met her. Gave me tips on how to be a happier person in the hospital. I mean, I know it sounds cheesy, but she did give me terrific lessons on how to handle whatever is happening right now. This is so vague. You would be champion vague blogger, dude.
That sounds exactly like how a conversation with Granny Baba would go. Vague.
Vague.
Very,
Super
very vague. I'm so happy you were able to vague talk to her.
Me too. I love vague blogging, so vague conversations are great. Oh, what was that? Poof! She was gone for a second.
Now, let's head inside the room for a moment, shall we?
Which room? You just met me outside the Alzheimer's ward.
I think they really do mean
They
that you're
think
out
they
here
mean-
in front of your room.
My room
This
is
is
now
Master's room.
also right outside the Alzheimer's ward, outside the morgue.
No,
It's
no, they
fine.
really do think that they've moved just all the way back, and that by changing the scene in the background, you understand that you are exactly right back in front of your room again.
And that, that little awkward flash was you walking back casually while you vague talked.
We got some meds to swallow.
Are you gonna swallow them too?
Oh no, honey.
Oh my God! Ladies first for swallowing the meds. I mean, I know he's trying to get her into the room, but that's what that sounded like. We head inside my room. Is someone in there? Louisa places the meds on the table. Just pulls them out of her pocket. Pep! Just raw, like they're not in a container or anything. Lint
You know
on them.
that they usually have like little cups.
Like cups?
And they divvy them out, and they've actually. So at least for what I recall, for the last time that I really watched like nurses put out a bunch of medication,
It's little
they
paper
have
cups.
an entire little cart where they have like little paper or plastic cups. Typically like plastic for what I remember at the time. And they will put in all the medication for all the various different patients because they've got them by room number.
And the ones I've seen, they have a plastic chart underneath them, and they set them on top of who they belong to.
I've seen that one too, but I was like, this
For
one
either
was
the patients or the room numbers. Yep.
And I'm going like, so did she just leave her tray out in the hall? Her little
She's not the
push
meds
cart?
nurse. She just picked up your meds specifically.
Because she's your nurse.
Because she's your nurse. So when I was working in a nursing home, there was an experience that they had one RN on staff at a time. So they had like 2 employed that covered like, I think they had 3 employed full time that covered the entire day-night shift of the week kind of thing.
Oh, boy.
They all worked a lot of hours. I would say, but they did. They divided it between the 3 of them. I would say, and the other 2 would like trade off weekends and stuff like that, or they'd have a bailer shift over the weekend and they'd rotate who had it kind of thing.
Right.
Anyway, so there was this experience where the nurse would do the medicine on the cart and then the CNAs would go deliver it to the right people. And so like there could be the cart nurse and then she's just delivering it to you.
Okay, well, that
All right,
works.
meds on the table.
I'll wait until you gobble them all up.
Crunch, crunch. Ew, they're really gross when you chew them.
I know, but it's how they work.
I place the tablets on my palm and stare at them for a moment.
Something the matter?
They're really big. Oh, no, it's just that, isn't it funny that medicines are a way of reminding you about your condition? Just makes you think about how sick you are, that you have to be medicated. Actually, that does happen to some people.
It's
They
true.
go, if I have to be on medication, it's a constant reminder that I'm sick. On the other hand, medication isn't just because you're sick.
No.
There's like so many stigmas about medication, and it really is just like, okay, like there was this really, really wonderful one experience of talking about a beach and erosion recently.
Right.
Where someone was doing some parkour with a friend on these like big artificial concrete pylons that were put on the beach to prevent erosion, right? And they're like, a lot of them have like, basically granite that will stop them from eroding that's natural, right? And they're like, if you don't have your own natural granite pylons, store-bought is fine. It doesn't mean the beach is sick. It's just preventing a certain experience from happening or supporting a different experience to happen.
Right.
Like, it's okay.
Medication can look like anything. It's actually not even just always in pill form. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
take suppositories, which I know everybody likes giggling about, but they are a thing. There's also a thing of going, like, you can take oral medication where it's just like basically fluid, or it's basically some kind of paste that you put in your mouth.
Well, medications, I was going to say, there's also rubbing it on your skin is a medication.
Yeah.
There's also, like, injections are medications. Additionally, like, you can medicate someone with experiences. Like color therapy or sound therapy, ASMR therapy can be medicating them because you're specifically providing stimulus to their body, which is what medication does.
Yeah, and I'm also just like, I was kind of getting a little bit annoyed by the meds, and then medication, and I'm like, just say they're pills.
Yeah.
Like I look at the pills, I look at the little tablets, I look at the, like you can use different things rather than meds 900 times over.
Medicate something with a treatment. So it's not necessarily medicine kind of thing, as well as people are like food as medicine. So literally eating a diet changes the condition of your body.
Yeah.
And I say a diet like I am more omnivorous, I am more herbivorous, I am a vegetarian. I just eat a lot of fast food. It's not like on a diet, it's just your diet.
Which is actually why it's always really funny when people going, I'm on a different diet. And you're like, you're already on a diet.
Like, I've gone on a diet. You weren't eating before?
Excuse me?
Excuse me?
All right, well, we are out of time for this dieting experience.
Yes.
So thank you so much, guys, though, for joining us. If you would like to find out what happens in the next one, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Plus, also lets you know when we get our next videos going. So please feel free also to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below. And I have been Scandal.
And if you have thoughts on any of the various themes that we've been covering in here, from, horror ideas to, depression, medicine, recovery, all of that, we would love to hear from you. And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!